Call of Duty. It comes out each year. Some fans are happy, others are not happy. So where does this happiness and this unhappiness stem from? It comes down to what players expect and what certain players expect. We all know that we are all different. We have different views on what is good, what is considered bad, and what not. And this makes it difficult for Call of Duty to really cater to everyone's interests. They do try, but sometimes in doing so, you end up making someone upset and unhappy. And that's just the way business goes. You can't make everybody happy. You can do what you can to try to make people happy, but in the end, you will have those people that don't like it. And I feel for Call of Duty, you basically have two types of people when it comes to looking forward to a new game. People that want the same old gameplay from Call of Duty 4, and people that want change, asterisks. Here's the thing, with people that want change, asterisks, they still really just want old Call of Duty with just minor tweaks in the weapon balancing. They're not looking for a huge upset or change on the foundation of Call of Duty. Take a look at Advanced Warfare. It implemented a lot of new things to the series. It wanted to be different from the other titles. No one liked it. It just had changes that no one really supposedly wanted. No one wanted to jump around, boost, dodge. Even though each year when the game didn't make any huge strides, they would say, well, Call of Duty, why don't you go and make some changes? Call of Duty's like, alright, now you can boost, dodge, you can jump around. It's much more frantic. And the base is like, I don't like it. This isn't my cup of tea. To break this down an analogy for you guys, and you might have heard this on my channel before, you go to a pizza restaurant and you've been ordering a pizza there every year, and then you say, you know what, why can't you guys do something different? And thus they gave you a hamburger, and you said to them, what the fuck, I wanted pizza. Now maybe this makes sense, maybe it doesn't. I guess to make it more simple, you guys ask for changes, then when they make changes you don't like it. You have to understand there's a gigantic difference between tweaking and changing. Tweaking is taking what you already have and making some minor adjustments to it for the sake of balance and fun. Changes is something that just completely different. You never knew this was going to happen. You take like Call of Duty, where it decided to give you support streaks. You die a lot, but those points still help you get those score streaks. That itself is really just a tweak to the system. I wouldn't say that it's a big change. You take Black Ops and you take theater mode. That's a change that no one really saw coming and implemented. It's very different. We never had theater mode in Call of Duty 4 or World at War. Halo did have it, and it's nice to have it. That's a change. Adding a new perk can sometimes be a gigantic change, but overall what I believe the player base is looking for are just tweaks to the gameplay. They want Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, then they want to make tweaks. When I say Modern Warfare 2 isn't my favorite game, I say that knowing that it had the potential to be a really great game opinion wise, but there's a few things they didn't do. They did not try to tweak some of the stuff that made Modern Warfare 2 unplayable for a lot of people. I'm just gonna say it: Commando, Danger Close, One Man Army, Noob Tubes. That essentially destroyed the game, and you'll have people fighting say, you know what, wasn't that overpowered? Honestly, if we're talking between a 60% drop off from people playing, I would say it was a big deal. And it always baffled me that nothing was done. And I understand that maybe the reason was with all the commotion with Weston Zampella or whatever that guy's name is, and Infinity Ward, and them just being like, you know what, fuck it, we're not going to work anymore in this game. We're just going to go do our own thing. And they would do Titanfall. Now, if you take Titanfall as a Call of Duty sequel, you would say that is a gigantic change, not a tweak. And I wasn't a huge fan of Titanfall. Not that I don't think the gameplay didn't work, but there's a lot of things that just made it very, I would say, just didn't really cater to people that wanted to play against people. Having the addition of robots when everyone's looking for competitive play, it doesn't work, and it really just destroys the concept of multiplayer gameplay. If I have to deal with bots, no one wants to deal with that. But I'm not really here to go into depth on what I think about Titanfall. But I see a lot of hate for Advanced Warfare, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. You don't fucking like the game, you don't like the game. I'm not here to jerk your dick off and suck your cum. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, they went and made a change, and now you're not happy about it. And no one has any really good constructive criticism on why something doesn't work. It's just, this game shit, sucks, skill-based matchmaking. It's my excuse I can use when I'm doing bad or why I'm not doing well. I like Advanced Warfare. I'm not gonna lie and say there aren't some problems or a few things that definitely could be fixed in this game. But some people make this game out to be the worst Call of Duty in the world. I really don't think it is. Even take Call of Duty Ghosts. Not a huge fan of it. And the main reason I wasn't a huge fan of it is it didn't really try to reinvent itself or do anything. I would say from Call of Duty 4 all the way up to Ghosts, I mean, there were a steady amount of changes to the gameplay that kept people coming back to play. Ghosts was very boring, and the reason I say this, in my opinion, is because the unlock challenges, I need to have challenges to keep having something to go for. It's something I like. Even challenges that frustrate me, still I like doing them. And when you have a game where everything is just open from the get-go, besides leveling up to get the weapon, unlock it, it just really kind of makes it very boring for me to keep playing it. But I think the gameplay is very much the same as playing Modern Warfare 3, you know? So that's really something that you got to keep in mind with each Call of Duty game that comes out. Well, what the hell do you want? Do you want a game that's going to make changes? Essentially, do you want Call of Duty to evolve from its current state? Or do you just want the same old thing with some new maps and some new weapons? If that's the case, they can save money on production value and just keep releasing DLC for a game and just have new weapons and stuff. Now, obviously, it's going to cause some issues when it comes to balancing, but you can see where I'm coming from. Now, Advanced Warfare definitely may not be the best game on a lot of people's radar. They don't like the jumping, you know, the how quick the gameplay's gotten. And I would say a lot of people that don't have experience in an arena-based gameplay probably aren't going to have a lot of fun with it. I have no problem. I was raised on it. You know, that's what I played back in the day. And this game's really laggy. I would put this out. This gameplay is almost a year old. There's not anything new. I saw it in one of my folders. Like, you know what? Because all the matches took 12 to 10 minutes, this might be a good time to talk about some serious shit. So I put it up here for you guys. But it is definitely pretty laggy in this. And lag has always been a big thing in Call of Duty that people complain about. Lag compensation, shit like that. And that's always it's got to exist for online games to function properly. Where at least in this current state, maybe when we're able to inject all these games into our brains and it turns us sword art online, well, you know what? Then I definitely look forward to that. But until then, I have to ask, what do you guys want from Call of Duty? Now, we can all say sarcastically, yeah, I want a fun game, I want a good game. Honestly, what is it that you value in Call of Duty that you want? I mean, let's look at the main principles of why Call of Duty is very successful. It's fast, you don't have to waste a lot of time, Learning curve is not very steep. Anyone can really get into it. And overall, I think it's a fun leveling. Got that RPG type of feel. Really makes you come back and keep playing it. Those are the things that make Call of Duty what it is. Everything else is really just icing on top. So what would you like to see? This gameplay is coming to a close. So again, if you have any views, definitely post them in the comments below. As always, keep watching my videos and shit. Thanks.